Let's talk about how you win the competition in your world. We're going to use earnings call presentations and voting. So here's the process, and we showed you this earlier in the class. But after the 5 rounds of competition, each team in each competitive world is going to present in an earnings call format to the other teams in their world and to the PM or PMs that are assigned to their world. And so each of these presentations will be 5 minutes to present and then 2 minutes of Q&A, question and answer from the PMs and the other teams. This is going to be verbal only, no PowerPoints or visuals. These will be some of the things you probably want to address or talk about in your presentation so that you can help tell that story of your company and what's unique about your company and why your team deserves everybody else's votes. So you can talk about your mission, your strategies, goals, things that worked, didn't work, how the team worked together, leadership, and why you're the company best positioned for the future. And you don't have to talk about all of these things, but these are a few ideas for you. And you should also consider and probably weave into your presentation some discussion about profitability, employer of choice, booking margins, backlog, all those financial and KPI metrics that can help, again, tell that story of your company. So after all the teams present, each person is going to cast one vote for the best company in their world. You can't vote for your own team, and the PMs in your world are going to vote as well. And this isn't Chicago, so only one vote per person. And be honest and ethical in your selection, in your voting. Don't try to game the system. We know that you won't, but we just wanted to mention. The PMs, by the way, are going to have veto power over the voting. So here's how the voting is going to work. We're just going to use Zoom chat, and you're going to send your vote in a chat to the PM in your world. Remember not to send your chat to everyone. We want to keep this just to the PMs so that we can tally the votes and see who won in your world. So let me go ahead and demonstrate this in Zoom. To cast your vote, just bring up chat, and you don't want to send your vote to everyone. So make sure that you're sending it to the PM in your world. Type in the team that you're voting for, team 3, or just type 4. The PM will be counting up the votes from there. So the team with the most votes tallied through that Zoom chat is going to win for that world. If we happen to have a tie, we're going to use that performance measurement sheet that we described to you earlier in the class as well. And just a quick note, by the 5th round, you should really make sure that you don't have any contracts in crisis in that final round. So you don't want any contracts that have a CPAR less than or equal to 8.5. Okay, that's the process of how we're going to determine the winning team in your world using those earnings calls and voting.